So fusion energy. There's fission and there's fusion.
Mm-hmm.
Fission is like nuclear energy. He was asking like, when are we going to get fusion energy? Because that's how everybody thinks we're going to do space travel. And she's like, probably not anytime soon, because something like that.
Yeah, so you had Tesla going, and then he had SpaceX going, and he had like, I think he had like $100 million worth of his like personal net worth left.
Yeah.
And the company was out of money.
Yeah, and he put all of it into
all of his money.
Dude, he went
and
all in.
And if that rocket didn't launch, it would be done.
Yeah.
And Tesla would be done. The game hath begun.
Yes.
Right, so what you're talking about? You can make energy out of the sun or something?
Oh, yeah. So fusion energy. There's fission and there's fusion.
Mm-hmm.
Fission is like nuclear energy, which is like nuclear bombs splitting the atom. And pretty much how that works, if I can remember this correctly, is a neutron. You have to cram an atom so much into neutrons or something that a neutron can't, like, there's so many neutrons, one has to pass through the atom, splits the atom, makes two different atoms because they take their protons, electrons, and neutrons with them, but they also drop 3 neutrons, which become atoms as well, or something like that. I forget.
Weird.
But that create something with those 3 neutrons is what creates the radiation. I don't remember the exact science.
So it creates like new elements that are radioactive?
I think so. Or just that process creates radioactive
shit?
Yeah.
So is it like a chain of events? Because I've always wondered that.
I think it's something like that.
Because it's like you split one atom, and like, is that an atom bomb, or does it create a chain?
I think it does create a chain, and that's why it's
atom splitting.
It's probably why it was easier and less costly to do that testing, because I think it is a chain reaction.
Yeah, it would make sense. Because I'm like, if one atom breaking releases that much energy, that's insane.
No, it's multiple atoms for sure, but it's still like, it's not as much as you'd think. Like one atom could clear this neighborhood easily.
Oh, I know. I've tested.
You know. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, fusion energy is an atom combining. So the way that I was watching this video, the way they explained it is like hydrogen has just one proton and one electron or one neutron, and it doesn't have an electron or something, and pretty much you have to get the protons to combine, and it can only happen with simple atoms like that. Like if there's too many protons and electrons and shit, you're not going to be able to combine them.
You're like one and one.
Yeah, you have to have perfect match, and those protons have to be able to, with pressure and heat combined, which is like, it's an insane amount of fucking pressure and heat. So, yeah, like I was listening to it's called Star Talk, it's their podcast, Neil deGrasse Tyson, and he was talking about that, and he's like, because he was talking to that lady, I think her name's Lori
Ingram?
No, it was Lori like Laughlin or something cool. She had a cool name. She sounded like a cartoon character, or not a cartoon character, but like a badass character in a show. But
Lori Lane?
So it sounded something like that.
Wait, what's the Superman girl? Lonnie?
Lois
Lane?
Yeah, Lois Lane. Maybe she was disguised. Maybe she is Lois Lane. She's like, no, I'm Lori.
She's the real Lois Lane.
Yeah.
And Neil deGrasse Tyson is like big brain superhero guy.
Superman was the one that smushed the atoms together.
Yeah.
That's why she knows this. But no, he was asking like, when are we going to get fusion energy? Because that's how everybody thinks we're going to do space travel. And she's like, probably not anytime soon, because that little bit that we were able to do cost like $15 billion. And nobody really likes funding NASA right now except for Elon, I think. So,
well, Elon has his own company. I don't think he
Oh, no,
funds
he
NASA.
has his own.
He competes with NASA for money.
I thought he
Because the government.
Did he work for them or something like that?
I don't know. I feel like they're competitors. Like the government gives money for space stuff. Like if the government needs,
because he's SpaceX or whatever.
SpaceX. He owns SpaceX. If the government needs satellites to go into space, they'll contract a company. They used to do it for NASA, and NASA, I think, is a government agency.
I don't know if they are anymore, because when they got shut down, there was something about them reopening that was like not I feel like it's not government funded anymore.
Yeah. Well, SpaceX definitely isn't.
Okay.
And SpaceX, he's figuring out how to do things way cheaper than NASA.
Yeah.
Because he made like reusable rockets. he was like, we have to reuse them because you're just going to waste billions of dollars every time.
Yeah.
You know, but if you can reuse it, then you just have to get that top part or whatever.
Yeah.
I think he reuses like 90% of the rocket.
At SpaceX?
Yeah. Because
really?
like,
I didn't know that.
the part that launches, it comes apart, right? And then the bottom part can land itself now.
Yeah.
And then I think the top part parachutes back down or something.
Yeah. I don't remember. That was on that documentary, huh? That SpaceX documentary.
I've watched a lot of videos on it, but I don't remember.
There's one documentary that he's like talking about when they were trying to get their first rocket up, and he pretty much put himself in the hole, and he had like one last shot because they had failed 15 times or something like that.
Yeah, so he had Tesla going, and then he had SpaceX going, and he had like, I think he had like $100 million worth of his like personal net worth left.
Yeah.
And the company was out of money.
Yeah, and he put all of it into
all of his money.
Dude, he went
and
all
if that
in, dude.
rocket didn't launch, it would be done.
Yeah.
And Tesla would be done.
Dude, the video of him seeing that, just like shitting his pants the whole time. And he's like, oh my God.
And he was like crying.
Oh, yeah, dude. He starts crying.
Because it's emotional. Because he was like,
oh my God.
I could have been nothing.
Yeah.
Or I could be what I am today.
Yeah, he took a leap.
Yeah, sometimes in life you got to take like a big chance on something.
That was a big fucking chance, dude.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to go for it.
Man, yeah, not a lot of people would have taken that leap either.
No, it's like, oh, do I want to be rich?
Yeah.
Or maybe be broke again?
Yeah, or do I just cancel my dreams?
Yeah, that's cancel your dream of space travel.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was like, do I keep continuing with my dreams, or do I just stay successful and safe?
Dude, can you imagine that? You have $100 million left. Your dream of like doing whatever, and it's changing the world type of dream. Like,
yeah,
if SpaceX keeps going, it could be like space travel to where we find other planets, like habitable planets and shit.
I fucking hope so. It makes me want to get like a fucking pilot license or something and learn how to fly a spaceship.
But if that launch failed, like, who knows?
Yeah,
no one's gotten as far as him.
Yeah, he's the
like
only one.
Jeff Bezos has a Blue Origin, I think.
Yeah,
something like that.
But they only like orbited the Earth or something like that.
No, that's Virgin. Virgin has like where they take people up and let them experience like weightlessness.
I thought that was
I don't know. They might do that too,
Jeff
but I think Bezos. I'm pretty sure. I wish we had a Jamie, but
yeah,
I think Bezos does like satellite stuff and like government contract type shit too. But it's like, would Bezos have ever done that? Because I feel like he did that just to be like, I'm as good as Elon.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but the difference between them is like Elon's like actually super fucking smart. Jeff Bezos is just like a business guy. You know, he just had a lot of money.
He's really smart too, but like I feel like it's a different kind of smart.
He's a business
He's a business smart.
Yeah.
Like, obviously.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Dude's a genius when it comes to business.
But Elon is like change the world, like really crazy important.
Yeah.
Smart type of shit.
Yeah. Elon better not get fucking canceled or some stupid shit, man. I swear to God.
He's like a serial rapist.
I'd be so fucking mad if something comes out like that. I'd be like, God,
they like,
come on.
Because he lives in like a tiny house.
Yeah.
On his property that's like, he bought the tiny house for like 50 grand and then he renovated it.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably worth like 120 grand or something. Yeah. Ridiculous for a billionaire, like the richest guy ever. But he had sold all of his properties at one time. I think he may have started getting some new ones now because everything's doing well.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was living and he just wanted to be at SpaceX all the time so he could contribute. But what if you found out that there was like a tunnel under his...
He's got like a bat cave.
Yeah, he's got like a bat cave and it's just like underage girls locked up.
Oh, no, dude.
Or boys, that would be even worse for some reason.
I mean, knowing him, just the way he like talks and presents himself, he's still got like his 12-year-old child inside of him. So
he seems autistic.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's involved in any like crazy stuff.
I don't think it's like autistic. I think it's just like
I think
his
autistic.
imagination is still the same as when he was 10.
No, I think he's autistic, dude.
You think he's autistic?
Because he's so obsessed with things and he's so smart. It's like a savant. You know what
maybe,
I mean?
yeah.
And he's not like the most socially adept person, but he's also not that bad.
He used to be way worse.
Because he can be on like a podcast.
But yeah.
And he can speak, but he's also kind of like weird. If you watch that first Joe Rogan podcast he was on.
The one where he's smoking weed?
That one where he's smoking weed. His answer.
Why was that such a big deal? I forget why that became
the Tesla stock tanked or some shit. I don't know why it would matter. Like,
It was so weird.
If
It was
the
like
CEO,
investors didn't like wanted to pull out or something like that because he fucking smoked weed. It's like,
one time.
who the fuck cares?
Yeah.
Jesus.
What was I saying?
Sorry.
Oh, so he was on the podcast.
Yeah.
And he would like, Joe would ask him a question.
Mm-hmm.
He would take a while to answer it. And then when he would answer, it would be like very few words. And you were kind of like, it's kind of not what Joe was asking. Like he didn't do a great job of like explaining things, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like Joe was asking about the company he has, the Boring Company?
Joe?
No.
Oh,
Elon.
Boring. Yeah.
Boring Underground. Like,
I thought that was a name.
super fast trains or whatever it is.
Yeah.
What are they called? Underground.
Underground Railroad.
Yep, that's it. I don't know what they're called. Bullet trains or something? But anyway, Joe was asking, is it hard to dig those holes under like a city?
Yeah.
And like, if it would mess with anything, like if you're digging under houses, are the houses going to collapse or blah, blah.
Oh, yeah.
And like, he's just like, no, it's just digging a hole. And I'm like, it's a little more than that, dude. Like, to him, it's like, it's just digging a hole.
Okay, so that sounds like he was super stoned.
No,
at
it was
that
before
point.
he smoked.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's just like,
Because that sounds like a stoner would say. It's like,
no,
dude.
his
just
answers were
digging a
just
hole."
very like simple,
Yeah.
short and to the point, and he's just like, it's just digging a hole. I'm like, I think it's a little harder than that, dude.
God, that's
But he's
funny.
just like, to him, it is just digging a hole. Like, it's simple. He's like,
yeah.
you just hire people and they dig a hole.
Oh my god.
'Cause it's like, yeah. It's
That
cool.
thought process is so funny though, because
Yeah.
it's probably that simple to him.
Yeah.
You know.
He's like, you dig a hole.
yeah.
You get the right people that know how to dig a hole good,
Yeah. They dig.
people
they go
that-
deep.
know how to dig, like, make a train.
He's like, have you ever seen what's that movie called?
Holes?
Armageddon.
Oh,
When they dig a hole like halfway through a meteor and then throw that bomb in it so it blows up.
it's kind of like that, but without the space travel.
Kind of like that, but it's like not as dangerous at all.
Way easier. We don't even need to evolve SpaceX.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, I love that movie.
But if there was ever an asteroid coming, SpaceX could handle it.
Bro, sign me up. I'm ready, dude.
Dude, if I was
ready
him-
to go.
If I was him, I own SpaceX.
Yeah.
There's an asteroid coming for Earth.
Mm.
And everyone's like, you got to save us because he's the only one with the technology, right?
Mm.
Maybe NASA. Probably not.
Yeah.
So he's the only one with technology. So he could go to the leaders of every government in the world
Yeah.
and be like, I want $100 billion from each of you and I'll save the planet. Otherwise, we can all die.
Dude, I would love for that to happen.
Right?
Except for our economy would probably crash and crumble.
Dude, $100 billion would be nothing.
Oh, it depends on.
It's
well,
like,
yeah, I guess right. You're probably right.
yeah, they would just skip 2 days of military funding.
Yeah, probably. Fucking government, dude. My God.
You know, there's like from 9/11, no, from the wars in like Afghanistan and Iraq and all that. and,
like Desert Storm.
Yeah, from not Desert Storm. It was after 9/11. I thought Desert Storm was when the first time we went.
Oh, that was the Gulf War, huh?
Was it? I don't know.
The Desert Storm.
I
was,
thought Desert Storm was the first time because we went to Afghanistan before 9/11.
I might be getting.
I think when the first
confused.
George Bush was president.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, when we went to Iraq and Afghanistan after 9/11,
Mm.
there's like $1 trillion of just unaccounted money. Just like, oh, don't know where it went.
Ah, dude. Can you
I
just
know where
like
it went. Rich
account-
people's pockets.
Yeah, I was like, can you just put that in my pocket, bro?
Bro. Yeah. I'm like, can I be in that group?
Dude, if I was that rich, I would be going to like mom and pop shops and be like, here's $100,000, bro.
Yeah, I would just make those TikToks where you go give people money.
Yeah. I probably, honestly, I'd be so famous by that point. Honestly, I wouldn't even need to make TikToks or anything. Because
I wouldn't even want.
you'd
Oh
be-
yeah, you just
you'd
go
be
give
the-
it. That's
you'd
what I
be
mean.
the only guy giving $100,000 to just fucking places randomly. Everybody'd be like, have you heard of this guy? You wouldn't even have to make TikToks.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You wouldn't have
You'd
to
be
do
like a
Instagram.
legend. Don't put it on the internet.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you'd be like an urban legend.
It's like, and then Joe Rogan somehow will find you.
Yeah.
And then you'll have to go
and
on
you
his
could go on there and
podcast.
deny it. No, I don't do that.
Who would do that? That's
Who
silly.
would give away all their
That's-
money like that?
You know, I don't even have that much money. I
Yeah.
don't know. Look at what I'm wearing. I'm like wearing Gucci, everything.
Gold Gucci. You look ridiculous. You have like gold hair, diamonds in your teeth.
Gold hair.
You're like, I don't have that much money.
I got diamonds hanging from my hair.
I'm a simple man.
I'm a simple man. You know, some people just sell out. That's pretty sad, man.
I'm just working 9 to 5.
Not me, man. Just, normal guy.
Just wear
Average
normal
Joe.
clothes, dude. Average Joe Rogan.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of which, what's up, man?
Glad to be here.
Glad to be here.
I don't know why I'm here even.
Don't know how I got here. Didn't pay to be here, that's for sure. Couldn't afford it.
He's like, no, you paid me $100 million to be here. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I didn't do that for me to be here. I just gave that to you.
Yeah,
So
I
you
didn't-
admit it.
I didn't even know you were Joe Rogan. I just was giving money out.
You were wearing a hat. I totally got thrown off.
$1 trillion. Jesus Christ.
Can you imagine having $1 trillion?
Dude, $1 trillion, like everyone,
Nobody has $1 trillion.
my friends, family, probably just like all the people in high school that I tolerated would be getting checks.
Yeah. If I just bumped into old friends, I'd be like, hey, bro.
Dude, how's your life going? I can't really pay the rent. Oh, I'll pay it for like 6 years.
Hey, you want a house? Here you go.
Yeah, you like go pick one out.
Yeah.
Like call me.
Yeah, Happy Valley's a nice place. You
Yeah,
know,
like
a house
I would
over
just
there?
buy a development
Yeah.
and put all my friends in, but like I'd probably put my mother-in-law a few miles away.
Oh, yeah.
But like everyone else could be
Yeah.
in the
It's
community.
like the town, but I'm here and she's here.
Not for me, mostly because her and my wife butt heads because they have the exact same personality, basically.
Oh, that's me and my dad, dude.
Yeah.
We butt heads so hard.
Yeah, class.
No,
Dude, dude, when you talk to your dad on the phone, I cringe because it feels like you hate him.
Dude, it's because
I'm
I
like,
can't stand
You
him.
sound like you hate your dad. Like,
I love that man with every fiber in my body, but man, is it hard to fucking
it
do
rings
with
and you're like, what?
dude. Well, I think it's obviously
He's like,
the
"Did you-"
last couple months too have been really rough.
But your dad
with
kind of asks
him.
like obvious questions, I feel like. He's like, Nick, did you take out the trash? And you're like, is it empty? He's like, yeah. I'm like,
He's-
okay, then what do you think happened to it?
He's the kind of guy that you ask him a question and all you want is the answer. All you want
Like
is
2 words.
Yeah, it's like, hey, where did this go? Oh, it's in the garage. That's what you want. But he'd be like, well, yesterday I was mowing the lawn and then I did the dishes and your mom yelled at me for something. I don't know, blah, blah, blah. Hey, have you seen this show? Like, hey, I asked you a fucking question.
Yeah, so after I watched the show, I
Yeah.
picked it up and I put it in the garage.
Yeah. That's all you had to say. That's all you had to say.
That was a yes.
That's what you wanted? Like,
I wanted a
come
yes.
on, dude. Yes. We've been here for 15 minutes. Like, Jesus.
10 hours later.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Yeah,
him. But honestly, I wouldn't change my dad for the world.
Get
He's
your
a great
clothes
guy.
on, Nick.
He's why I'm so goofy and outgoing. Like
My
that's
dad's great,
what-
too.
Yeah.
He's why I don't show up to things.
Hey, you are very punctual. Okay.
I am actually.
Yeah.
He's why, like, if I have a kid, I'm not gonna be in his life.
Oh,
It
my
teaches
God.
him character.
I'm gonna go for get the milk. Never return.
Yeah, dude. I'd be like, Lily, I gotta get milk.
She'd be like, not now, not yet. I'm not ready. You're like, sorry, deuces.
He's gotta learn. He's gotta learn.
I'm doing this for you. And he's like, what? You're getting milk for me?
Show up when he's 20. I hate you.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Good. It builds character.
My dad did this for me. At least I showed up when you're 20.
Yeah, at least you knew me at the beginning and the end of your childhood.
Yeah. I still don't know my dad.
Oh my God. We were at my grandma's celebration of life yesterday, and it was so cool because she used to be in like a choir. She was in Scottsdale choir, and she was in this group called the Sweet Annalines, who were like, it was like a barbershop, but it was like a full choir of women, and they all showed up and sang and performed, dude. It was so cool.
Sweet and alive.
They sang, I have often dreamed of a far off place. Hercules, bro. This is where I'm meant to be.
They're actually good, though.
Oh my God.
That's good. What's their name?
That's
Sweet
crazy.
Andalines?
Yeah, they're called the Sweet Annalines. And my grandma's best friend, Nancy, she is like, hey, you can still sing, right? And I was like, that's not something you lose, you know? And she was like, you should come try out for it. And I was like, no.
You're like, aren't you all women?
Yeah.
And old?
Well, she's talking about the Scottsdale Choir.
Oh.
But I was like, I don't know. I don't perform, And she's like, well, just come and check it out. So I got roped in, but I roped Susie in too. I was like, my sister can sing.
Can Susie sing?
Yeah, she can sing. She just never does it in front of people.
Dude,
She's like Aaron.
It's like Shayla.
Yeah. I don't get it, dude. She's a better singer than me.
And Susie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, she can't harmonize, but it's only because she hasn't practiced that. Like, if she learned how to do it, she'd be a million times better than me.
That's like Shayla, dude. I tell her, like, make a social media and sing, dude. Like, she's that good.
Yeah.
But she doesn't. I think she doesn't believe she's that good.
Yeah. She posted something on Instagram like one time.
Yeah.
And I was
now it's like not
holy
even
shit. Yeah.
what she can do. It's like,
I know.
That was like her being embarrassed.
You can tell she was holding back in that. And it's like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
That was good.
That was her being embarrassed. And I've told her, I'm like, make a TikTok. And then you can buy me a house.
Yeah. Make a TikTok, sit in your tub, and just sing.
I was like, you don't even got to, you're just in your house.
Yeah.
You just post it.
Yeah. Wait.
The most embarrassing part is hitting send or post or whatever the button is.
She lives just her and her husband.
Mm-hmm.
Wait for your husband to go to freaking poker night and then sit in your tub and sing.
In the tub. Yeah.
Yeah.
Put the camera in the ceiling.
Yeah. Some people, a lot of girls I'll see that are singers on TikTok, like set it on the side of their tub and then just sit in their tub.
Because the acoustics are good.
Yeah. And also, I feel like there's a sense of safety in the bathroom.
Because it's small.
I don't know. It's just like.
Because that's where you're supposed to go if a tornado hits. So it's probably
maybe
safe. Because you're told that when you're a kid, like, if it's ever a tornado, you get in the bathtub.
Oh, my dad
so
never lied to me.
So you know you're safe in there.
He just told me you're fucked.
You did.
Yeah. If a tornado strikes, get in the center of the house and hope for the best.
If it's in Arizona, that's really weird.
If it's in Arizona, we are screwed.
Yeah. And there's no basements. Dude, there's like no basements here. But Lily's brother's girlfriend has a house that has a basement. Isn't that weird?
Whoa.
I didn't think there was any here.
That's weird. What
like
is
in Phoenix,
what is that for?
Like Glendale, Mesa.
Yeah.
I didn't think there were any here. I did stay at a cabin in like Flagstaff or something, and there was like a basement, but I've never seen any in the city.
Growing up in I had a friend in Buckeye that had a house that had a basement, and his brother lived in the basement. And it was sick. It was like 70s show style, and dude, I was like, this is a huge room if you're not scared of basements,
It's crazy that unfinished basements don't count towards your square footage of your house. So you get like a whole extra
That's pretty
room.
good.
Yeah, and it's like doesn't really increase the property value that much.
Yeah.
But you get like a whole extra 500 square feet or whatever it is usually.
Dude, so when you move, do you own your washer and dryer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not too bad.
We're taking the washer dryer. We're leaving all the other appliances here.
Yeah, because I was thinking about Jake just moved into a community, and it's like $2,000 a month, and I was like, I could probably squeeze that in, but I'd have to buy a fridge, washer and dryer, stuff like that.
Why? Wait, what?
It's like a housing community.
Oh, like the apartments, but they're houses.
Technically, they're townhomes.
I've seen them recently.
But they're not townhomes.
They're like the single story ones.
They're 2-story.
Oh, they're 2 stories.
Yeah, it's all the rooms are on top, all the kitchen and living rooms.
Because there's been
bottom.
a ton of those communities popping up here, where it's single story homes. They're very close to each other and they're pretty small looking.
That's the one.
Yeah, it's like that.
They're big.
And they're all for rent.
They're big,
right.
And I think he's renting his too. But you have to buy your own appliances.
Yeah.
Is the thing.
Well, that one's 2 stories, so I feel like it might be a little different.
Yeah,
but there's a lot of those. I've been seeing them.
Yeah,
people are buying up whole communities and only renting them. Like you can't buy the houses there.
Dang, that's crazy. Yeah, dude.
And by people, I mean like big companies.
If I were to be able to afford a house by myself, it'd have to be something like that.
Yeah, if they sell them. But
and I'd probably need to get a raise. But that's
tell your daddy.
That'll be in the future because I just recently got a raise. So
I want a raise, daddy.
That's too damn bad. That's too damn bad. Keep digging.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn it.
I'm sorry.
That's literally my life.
Yeah, so Andrew Tate, did we talk about that? He got arrested.
We did. We talked about
I don't think he's gotten out yet.
They haven't said anything about it.
No, but I've been watching this dude, Bruce Rivers, the criminal lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
He has a cool intro. Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer.
Oh.
Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly that.
Cool.
And then he does reaction videos, but he was talking about He said Andrew Tate's Bugatti and like 10 other cars got seized
Yeah.
as like asset forfeiture because like if you're involved in illegal activity and they can kind of show that, then they can take all your assets. And he's in Romania.
Yeah.
So their level of like proof probably is way lower.
Yeah, and
than
who
United
knows?
States.
Like,
Who's involved in that?
I've heard there's some corruption with their government too.
Oh, he says that all
it's
the time.
Yeah. Well, I haven't heard it from him. I've heard it from other things, but
Really?
yeah, I've heard Romania is like almost as bad as Mexico.
Oh, probably, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like not a first world country, I don't think.
Yeah.
It's like third world.
Yeah. I actually think I used to hear that from people that used to live there in high school.
Is there any second world countries? Because I always only hear third world or first world.
That's a good question.
I've never heard of a second world
know
country.
what classifies as a second world country. Like you're doing pretty good, but you're still
Yeah.
poor. Everyone.
Like, right?
Is that like Russia?
I don't
But
know.
no, Russia's good. Russia's
Russia's technically a first world, but I feel like it could be second.
and parts of it maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird because
I have
every
no
country has
idea.
poor parts, but then there are some that are like majority poor,
Yeah,
and that's third world, I think. But
That's
yeah, I've never
weird.
heard of a second world country.
like maybe the Philippines.
I feel like that's third world.
But they have like cities though.
Yeah,
In
but it doesn't
certain
mean that there's no
areas.
it doesn't mean that there's no cities. And even in Mexico, there's nice cities, there's
Yeah.
mansions, there's
Yeah,
people that have like a ton of money.
is Mexico third world?
I think so.
I-
I think so.
No
Because you go
way.
there and it's like
Even Rocky
majority like ghetto everywhere.
Jeez,
And then there's like
it's crazy.
there's a lot of poor people. I don't know what the hell the classifications
Did
for
you
that
see
is.
the fucking cartel strike?
No.
And
They don't want to make drugs until they get a raise or what?
Sinaloa,
Sinaloa?
Mexico.
Yeah.
An airline was attacked, a gas station was attacked, and something else happened too, but it was all cartel strikes.
Why?
I don't
Like
know.
why would they attack?
Nobody knows. Oh, well,
Because usually
I
they
don't know
only
yet.
attack like cartel.
Yeah,
Like usually cartel leaders don't want to make a big fuss in the news like that.
yeah. That's what they did though.
Yeah, but like you think there was two cartels meeting up and fighting?
Maybe it was a strategic strike on the cartel. Like they found big bosses in certain areas, and it was a hit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Could be a hit.
I'm going off of like movie strategy, so I really don't know.
You're going off of like you saw one title of a article and now you're
No,
making
I
up
saw
the rest.
videos.
Oh, videos.
I saw videos of the shooting on the plane.
Mhm. On the plane?
They were on the plane about to take off, and dude starts shooting up the plane.
Damn,
People
just
are like
civilians?
ducking.
Like,
yeah,
what the hell?
I know. And then another one at a gas station, and then there was another one that I can't remember. But yeah, something's popping off in Sinaloa.
Sinaloa.
What?
Sinaloa.
Sinaloa.
Sinaloa, man.
Sinaloa, man.
Yo soy de Sinaloa.
Yeah, I don't know too much about Mexico. I should probably learn more about Mexico because it's my heritage. But
Yeah. But
if I go over there, I'm probably get killed. So I'm a white boy.
it'd be fun.
Well, it depends where I
It
go.
always seems like everyone talks about Mexico like it's so scary. Even like our family, like Lily's family that's Mexican,
Mhm.
they'll always be like, be super careful when you're there. Like, don't hold money. Like, yeah, you don't, but you don't do that in America either. You don't walk around with your wad of cash out, like
Yeah.
in the air,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, exactly.
And they're like, you know, don't flaunt your money. Like, yeah, duh.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not going to walk around and be like, oh, I'm rich.
Yeah.
But, you know, like, oh, I was on my pesos.
Yeah, that's true, I guess. But it's also like, I feel like you need to know people.
You do
there.
got to like watch out because I'm
Yeah.
sure there's people everywhere. But
That's the same thing in Phoenix, though.
Yeah,
like
if you're downtown,
if
dude.
if you don't know where you're going, like you don't know anything about Phoenix, you end up in the wrong spot. Bad shit could happen.
could happen, but probably
Could
won't.
happen.
But
yeah,
probably won't.
Hopefully, it won't.
Like most of the time.
yeah. Well, it hasn't to me, so
Yeah.
that's
Like,
good.
I feel like the only time you're going to get hurt in a weird situation like that is someone is robbing people like at knife point or gunpoint,
Yeah.
which doesn't happen that often at all.
Mm-hmm.
Or someone's like mentally ill
Yeah.
and they're attacking people for no reason.
Which that happens here.
That happens probably more.
because there's so many homeless people here. That's why that
and they
happens.
need like
here.
mental health
yeah.
attention, but they don't get it.
Mhm. Did I ever tell you about that homeless guy at the Circle K when me and Aaron went to Circle K because I used to hang out with Aaron at his house when we were kids, and we'd wait till like midnight and go get Slurpees at Circle K
Mm.
because it was right down the road. So we walked down there, and there's this homeless guy that was just like, wasn't even saying words, just making noises. He sounded like Donnie from the fucking Wild Thornberries, you know, you know. And I was like, what the fuck is up with this guy? So we're trying to avoid him, getting our Slurpees, and then that guy starts going up to a guy and this guy had a gun on him, and he's like, hey man, back up, you know. He's like, I don't want any trouble, you know. And they go, and then he fucking like grabbed the dude on the shoulder, and the guy turned around and kind of like stuck his arm out. Was like, don't fucking touch me. I have a gun on me, and I don't want any trouble, bro. Like, you need to keep your distance. And then like it started getting like hairy, and at that point we had already bought our Slurpees, and the homeless guy pushed him, and he pushed the homeless guy back and was about to draw his gun. And me and Aaron were like walking out. And as we were walking out, a cop was walking in. And I was like, hey, dude, here's what's going on in there. Just so you know, that homeless guy is probably going to die soon because he keep antagonizing this guy with the gun. And he's like, okay, cool, thanks. And he runs in there. I don't know what happened because we got the fuck out of there.
Just heard 5 shots go off. The cop was like, sweet, I finally get to shoot somebody. Oh, did you hear about that cop that got killed in
I think I heard something about
California?
There was a shooting or something, right?
Yeah, so a cop did a traffic stop. Sorry, I don't know the cop's name. Did a traffic stop. As soon as he walked up to the car, he got shot.
Oh.
Like, so it was like a criminal that didn't want to be pulled over for some reason. And then like several hours later, they found him, and there was a shootout because he's not going in after that.
That's why I never understand when
And he got killed.
When cops come or like pull you over, they always put their flashlight right next to their head. That's not a smart move. Like, strategically, if like when people use flashlights for distraction, you bring it out so they shoot at the flashlight because they think you're doing this. They shoot at the flashlight, you see where they're at, and then you shoot them. Like, that's the strategy with that. So I always,
because they might.
Because usually they come out and they go, have you been drinking tonight or whatever, you know?
I'd have to ask my brother-in-law, but I feel like they come up, they touch the back of your car to leave prints, and then I think they kind of go sideways a little to get a look at you. And then
they do try to pan around, but I just think that is a big mistake to do. I think they should stick it out or something like that, because that might have been the make or break for his life in that situation.
It was daytime.
You know, and daytime it's like, oh man, dude, criminal activity happens a lot here because this is just bringing up more.
It was California, but yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm saying this is just like bringing up more like cop things I've seen here. Like one time I was at a red light. This is when I was dating Jenna. We were going back to my house, and this is when I lived on Glendale and 67th or whatever, where I was close to you guys. And we were at a red light. A cop was behind us, and this guy rides on the sidewalk. Well, like, we're in the right lane. This guy is riding a bike on the sidewalk, and this cop jumps out of his car and chases the dude on the bike. He's like, "That's you," and just starts running after him.
That's
like,
you.
What is going on right now, dude?
He's like, it is me.
I was like, God dang. And then like we were still at the red light, and the guy threw his bike at the cop and like ran and like almost got away, and the cop ran off. And then I saw the guy run back the sidewalk, and the cop came back. He's like, "Where'd he go?" And I was like, "That way." And he was like, "Okay," and he ran.
You should have covered for him, bro.
Nah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Like, that way.
Nah, I like to do the right thing.
Pussy.
No, definitely not.
Bruh. Snitches get stitches.
I didn't snitch.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't. I did the right thing.
You don't think that guy would have considered that snitching?
Well, what did he do wrong to be chased by a cop?
He probably stole gum or something.
No, I don't think a cop would jump out of their car.
I'm just kidding. I would have told him where to go to.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we don't want these criminals on the streets, you know.
There's a lot of crime activity here, man.
Dumbass crackheads, get a job.
Dude, it's crazy here.
Get a job.
Did you see that
Make your life
fucking
better.
that shoot up on like 7th Street? And it wasn't a shoot up, but it was like these fucking bunch of dudes on quads and like motorbikes, just stop their cars in the middle of an intersection at like 7th Street in Glendale or something like that, and just started like fighting people in the intersection, like random dudes, like we're trying to get out and like help people, and these guys were just beating up everyone.
Quad gang.
Yeah, it was like 20 of them
With the quads.
they're like filming themselves doing it too. I was like, you guys are fucking
maybe they're like
idiots.
famous on World Star.
Probably, or something stupid. It's so, that kind of shit does not make any sense to me.
No.
It's like, hey man, let's all get on our quads and beat up random people. That sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, like if they were like beating up people on dirt bikes, I would get it. Like it's some kind of rivalry.
If it was like a turf war, sure. Yeah. Why are you beating up random people that are just trying to get to their job?
Skateboarders versus rollerbladers. Like that
It
would
be
make sense.
skateboarders versus scooters.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
You know, so if it was quads versus dirt bikes, but if they're just beating up random people,
Yeah. If it was did you see what's that fucking book? The
snowboards
Socias
versus skis.
The Socias versus the Greasers. The Outsiders. You ever seen The Outsiders or read the book?
You saying it's a book, dude?
Yeah.
You think I read a book?
Well, it's also a movie.
Oh, well, no.
Yeah.
Is it Grease Lightning?
No, that would be funny. Isn't there like there's not a gang fight, and there's that race in that movie. It's like, hey man, I'm gonna race you with Grease Lightning. Yeah, man, I'm gonna race you, and I'm gonna drive fast.
Is that what's his name?
That's my impression of John Travolta.
Oh, I thought it was the other guy.
Who's the other guy?
So the guy from Click that actually gives the guy the remote.
Oh, it does kind of sound like him, Christopher Walken.
Christopher Walken.
He's like, you got my friend all wrong here.
Yeah. Did you guys think that was Christopher Walken or John Travolta? Leave in the comments. Also, if you've ever been arrested, leave in the comments. If you would have pointed out the guy running from the cops, or if you would have helped him, leave that in the comments.
Do you think that was snitching, or do you think I did the right thing?
I mean, even if it was snitching, it would technically be the right thing. Because technically doing the right thing is snitching. Like for normal people, like between criminals.
It depends on the situation, I think.
Yeah.
I think if you've broken the law, like something bad.
Well, a criminal would consider it snitching either way.
Yeah.
But technically doing the right thing would be telling on them.
Yeah, but it depends. I feel like snitches get stitches is really like grade school shit.
It's mostly like an in-prison thing.
Yeah.
It's not like an outside.
Yeah, but I think like, when people would say that in school too.
Yeah, people say that in school.
Oh, you ratted on me for smoking
like,
weed. It's
for
like,
real, when that happens is like prison.
Yeah.
That's where it matters.
Yeah. And dude, are we ending this right now?
Yeah.
Is that what's happening? Okay, never mind. Another thing just popped up in my head.
Someone commented, "You guys are too old to say liking, dude," and I was like, "Well, we're too stupid to say anything else." So
we're too old. Do you know how old we are?
Yeah.
Leave it in the comments. Eat my butt, dude.
Like, it's not an age thing; it's an intellect thing.
Yeah, you have no idea how smart we are. We're too intelligent for you to even comprehend.
So smart that we come off as dumb.
We have to dumb down our vocabulary so you can understand us. Okay?
Yeah, when the podcast ends, we put our monocles on, we put our tobacco pipes. We're like, so that went well. You think we seem stupid enough today?
That was quite elegant speaking there, young Brendan.
Sound like the street kids, yes.
Yes, the new kids on the block. Yes, I think that's
beautiful.
what they call them.
Exactly.
Quite so.
All right, we'll see you in the next one. Hit the like button, the subscribe button, all that crap if you're listening on YouTube. And that's it. Peace out.
Cheerio.
Amigos Gringos.